Hello, fellow downtown neighborhood advocates. This is Ryan Thomas Neace, the founder of Lynchburg DNA, which stands for Lynchburg Downtown Neighborhood Advocates. I hope this finds you well. Thank you so much for all of you who have overwhelmed us with your positive responses to our launch last Saturday, April 4th, at the VITA Fashion Show downtown. Overwhelmingly positive response from students and locals and actually out-of-towners who used to be here and are excited about what Lynchburg downtown is capable of. City officials, small business owners, really all the above. Super excited about the responses that we had. Please keep them coming. We're going to try our best to get through all of them and respond to you in the order that we get them. We've got a ton going on. I hope you were actually able to make it to our event last weekend that we sponsored. VITA Fashion Show was put on by Becca McCharren and Chromat Garments. Becca's a local fashion designer. It was also put on by a folk boutique over on 5th Street, and Divas Salon, also right next to the folk there. And it was sponsored by Rivermont Pizza, which is awesome, by the way. If you haven't been there yet, it's where Trotters used to be, over next to the college formerly known as Randolph-Macon, as I like to call it. And let's see what else. It was sponsored by Machu Picchu and Bull Branch. Of course, who could forget Bull Branch and Starlight Cafe, always awesome. And actually the Muse as well. The Muse is a coffee company that's in Windhurst currently, and they're establishing a presence in what we like to call the downtown neighborhood up on Kemper Street in one of the old factories there. So all kinds of good things happening there. The fashion show was awesome. If you didn't go, you seriously missed out. Now, our next big event, Lynchburg DNA's next big event, is going to be April 25th. It's the album release tour kicking off, album release show with Amelia J., who's a local artist. Also, two other local artists, Megan Cornwell and Steal the Prize. And of course, supporting them is a group that many people around here are familiar with. Shapiro is going to be making a special appearance as well, fresh off a concert on actually up at JMU, James Madison University, just a couple hours away in Harrisonburg. So this is going to be our next big event. Seriously, you need to be there. This thing is going to rock, and we're going to sponsor it and just have a good time. In downtown Lynchburg. This is the kind of thing that's going to be going on regularly. But it's not the only thing that will make downtown Lynchburg go. It's an important thing, and attending events and coming to events is important. But if there's one thing the past, 5 or so years of Lynchburg life in downtown has taught us, it's that events simply aren't enough. We've got to do a lot more. That's what Lynchburg DNA is about. Augmenting what's already going on with existing city efforts and existing grassroots, efforts and existing Lynch's Landing efforts, all the above, existing development efforts, all the above. We want to support, but we also want to challenge, and we want to constructively criticize when it's necessary. So I want you to be a part of that. Lynchburg DNA believes at its core three things very quickly. One, absolutely, we make this statement unapologetically that the next 20 to 50 years of economic prosperity in Lynchburg, Virginia will come as a direct result of the development in downtown and revitalization of downtown Lynchburg. Number two, we believe that Lynchburg is more than big enough to sustain multiple centers of commerce, meaning downtown and elsewhere, both in terms of its geography and geographical resources and its financial resources. In other words, if someone tells you that the lack of a revitalization in downtown Lynchburg is primarily a problem involving a lack of resources, they're simply incorrect. Really what's going on and what the real question will be is whether Lynchburg could sustain multiple centers of commerce and development in the face of conflicting political and philosophical ideologies. Can people share their toys long enough to see this dream called downtown Lynchburg happen? Can they put aside their personal ambitions? Can they do and be for the cause of downtown Lynchburg? Can they realize that what's good for downtown Lynchburg is good for Lynchburg as a whole, no matter what entity you're a part of or what particular sphere or circle you run in? Finally, and this is where you come in, we really need a core group of active advocates to be fighting on behalf of downtown Lynchburg, attending events, trying to make a difference in terms of legislation that's passed, staying up on that, who supports downtown and who doesn't. Supporting and buying local is huge, but whether it's downtown or not, buy local. There's a local radio station here that's running a buy local campaign online on the air right now, and we very strongly support that. So a ton of things to be done, lots of organization and grassroots efforts that are just not going to be done without a core group of really principal cheerleaders for downtown. Remember, this is not just for people who live down here. You can see behind you here, I live in downtown Lynchburg in a loft. My wife and I have agonized over this decision, but we are going to be moving in June to over by Lynchburg College. Now, here's the deal. I'm doing that as a strategic move for two reasons. One is downtown Lynchburg, I want to be the poster child for the idea that it does not have enough family-friendly living. Lofts and everything are nice, but they're not really super conducive for families. Developers like Oliver Kutner are trying to change that, but listen, until that happens, we can't really expect people to get down here. Right now, everything that's down here is either so massive that it's unaffordable or so tore up that you wouldn't want to live in it for the most part unless you were constrained to. And that's not an insult to the people that are living here. I hope that we can do things to help develop these houses and make the places in which they live better. Secondly, I want to be the poster child for the idea that you do not have to be living in downtown Lynchburg to be concerned with it because it affects us all. Clearly, the trend across America is that Main Street USA is becoming even more and more important. Small businesses, now more than ever, are super important to the redevelopment of this struggling economy. So I want you to know that if you live, work, or play in downtown Lynchburg, and chances are all of you do at least one of those things, or if you do none of the above, which I find difficult to believe, but okay. If you do none of the above, or if you do all the above, or just one or two, this thing called Lynchburg DNA, the revitalization of downtown Lynchburg, is for you. Thank you so much. I can't wait to continue to contact you. You can email me at ryan@lynchburgdna.com. That's ryan@lynchburgdna.com. Now, we're doing a lot of work on the website right now. If something were to happen and that email would not work, you can email me at ryan@neace, Neace, that's my last name, network.com, ryan@neacenetwork.com. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video and for being a part of what we've got going on. Please write me. Please ask me how you can get involved. Please make suggestions and know that we are here going to fight for downtown Lynchburg, and this dream is going to happen. The question is, will you be involved? Look forward to seeing you soon.